Hi everyone, Chef Navi here. Happy Chinese New Year. Today we're going to be making fried sesame ball, and we're going to be doing it with two flavors. So what we're going to use is black bean paste. We're going to use brownie mix. You're going to need sesame seeds, glutinous rice mixed with sugar, and you're going to need a thermometer to check your temperature while we're deep frying to make sure that it doesn't burn on you. Essentially what a fried sesame ball is made with glutinous rice, and then it's stuffed with your filling, and then you coat it in sesame seed, and then we deep fry it. So essentially a mochi, but it's deep fried. So let's get started. Bowl is I have a cup of glutinous rice flour mixed with 3 tablespoons of white sugar, and over here is we have half a cup of water. You don't want it to boil; you just want it to just warm up. And then we have a 1/4 cup of glutinous rice flour that we're going to add after we mix it together. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a well in the middle, and you're going to just slowly pour your hot water just in the middle. You don't want to pour all at once. You're just going to mix that all together until it makes a paste. You're just going to stir that all together. So it's going to kind of look a little bit goopy. So once you get that consistency, you're going to add the rest of your glutinous rice. So I've added the rest of the glutinous rice, and now we're just going to stir that in to make a dough. So you don't want the dough to be not too wet, but at the same time not too dry. If it's too wet, then when you mold it and then you start to deep fry it, it might get too sticky and it might disintegrate in the oil. And if it's too dry, the dough will be too chewy. So once I'm there, I'm going to then use my hand to grab all of that. Okay. Now, once I got my dough, then I'm just going to knead it a little bit, just right directly into the bowl. Just knead it until it's nice and smooth. Just about 1 minute. Nice and smooth. And you see my hand is clean, it's not wet at all. And then it should look like that. Nice, soft. So, you're just gonna roll it into a log. And then you're just gonna portion that log out into the size that you're going to roll your sesame balls into. And then those balls, you're going to then roll into circles. And you're going to try to roll it a bit bigger than what the actual ball that you're going to roll your red bean paste and your black bean paste into. Just like that. So we're going to stuff it with red bean paste, and we're going to stuff it with black bean brownie mix. So traditionally it's done with either taro, red bean paste, lotus paste as well. Non-traditional, you can use same black bean. So what I've done with this paste is I've made a truffle, so equal portions of chocolate and milk or coconut milk. And then you puree your black bean, and then you mix those two together and you get a nice paste. And then you can add chocolate chips and cocoa powder to give you an extra kind of chocolate flavor, but at the same time kind of taste like brownies a little bit. So that makes it into a paste. So we're going to do 2. So a good trick is you want to cool your paste so that when you roll it into the ball, it doesn't get all sticky on you. So I'm just going to roll, let's see how many we have here. We'll do 4 red bean and 4 brownies. So I'm just going to roll it half the size of of the rice ball so that when I stuff it, it's not going to all over the place, or it's not going to go outside of the ball. Alright, so we got our red bean. Now we're going to do our brownie mix. Smaller. So this brownie mix is going to melt a little bit in the middle just because it has chocolate in it. So to give you that ooey gooey kind of texture that we all like so much. Alrighty, so once we have it all rolled out, then we can now start stuffing it. Okay, so then we're gonna take our sticky ball, and then you're just gonna press a well in the middle with your thumb, and then you're going to just add the black bean paste right in the middle, and with your hands, you're gonna just bring that mixture up so that it covers the whole paste all together. Just kind of working it. And once you're there, you kind of just pinch it together, making sure everything is in. And then you, with your hands, when it's like that, you just roll it back into a ball. Making sure that it's nice and smooth. Okay, so again, then you add the red bean paste, and then you just bring the walls up. Pressing it, and then with your fingers, just tightening it together. And then with my thumb, just pressing it together like so, and then you just roll it back into a circle. All right, and the last one, we're gonna stuff the black bean brownie. So, because I know it's gonna melt, I wanna give myself a little bit more surface area. Put that in. And again, tuck, with your fingers, press it in, squeeze, and then just form it into a ball. Just roll it. Okay, so we have all our balls formed. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna coat it in sesame. So what I've done is I've washed my sesame, and that rehydrates the sesame seeds, but it also gives you a little bit of sticky coating so that the sesame sticks to the ball, so that when you deep fry it, the sesame doesn't fall off and goes to the bottom of the pan. So I'm just going to coat all of the balls into the sesame. And you want to tap it as you're going to make sure that it sticks. So that little bit of, so while we're doing this, I have my pot with oil ready to go, and I'm just bringing it up to temperature. When I bring it up to 300, so which is like a medium low, now we're going to, don't be afraid to get all sticky and messy in there. It's fun. Now, as your ball stands out, you see how it's dried? And how it's coming off a little bit, that's okay. Just play with it a little bit. Just because it's glutinous rice, it has a lot of starch, it'll dry up on you really quick. So if that happens to you, just dip your hand in a little bit of cold water and then go ahead and start rolling the ball. That's fine. So once your sesame balls is nicely coated in sesame, we're now going to check the temperature of our oil. So kind of just want to get 300, which is a medium low, or if you have a stove at home, it's between 4 to 5. So perfect. And then I'm going to just gently with my hands, just drop. Just drop the sesame balls in. And with a serrated spoon, I'm just going to just gently stir it a little bit so that it's evenly coated and it's evenly cooked all around. So it takes between 4 to 5 minutes to be fully cooked. And then once it's fully cooked, then you can increase the temperature to get that nice golden brown color. And it should almost double in size. Okay, so we've been cooking these for about 4 minutes. And what you're looking for is just a nice golden brown color and a little bit crispy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that right out. You can use a tongs too to help you as well. Let's take it right out. You see how it's doubled in size? That's what you're looking for. So if there is any fallen sesame seed in your oil, just with your spoon, just kind of spoon it out. You don't want it to be brown because that could impart a kind of a bitter flavor to the oil. So just remove the excess if there's any that's falling off. And that's caused by if your dough has become a little bit too dry and you haven't pressed the sesame fully in, that'll happen. So you want to make sure you fully press that sesame seed into your ball. You can add, like, as I was doing it, you can add so many different flavors to jazz it up. Golden size, nice golden brown color. And this one, the black bean brownie one, so I kind of went a little bit darker on it just to tell the difference when you're plating which one is which. All right, so this is what the finished product looks like. It's doubled in size. So for plating, you just beautiful plate that you have, your china plating that you have. Just put it right in there. You don't want to bite into it immediately just because it's warm, molten black bean and red bean paste in there. So you don't want to wait a couple minutes before you go ahead and bite into it. And we'll try this one. Let's open this one up and see what it looks like. Okay, so it should be crispy on the outside. And when you open it, it should be nice, gooey mixture. This is the brownie one. So good. Today we made red bean and brownie black bean sesame balls in appreciation for Chinese Lunar New Year. This will be broadcasting on February the 3rd. And my name is Navita, Chef Navi. You can follow me on Instagram at chefnavi.com. I do pop-ups and demos. And if you're interested in fun desserts and savories, you can find me there. And you can also email me at chefnavi@gmail.com. I also do collaborations with Underground Flavour, Arnold Yesgas, so you can also find us there as well. So I hope you enjoy this. It's a wonderful recipe, and have a wonderful day.